On a good day.
You got a gig at 9 o'clock, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's 6, and you're like, I haven't even hit the shower yet,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Tell me about how you get that energy up. Does it hit you like you can be driving up, or you can be driving to the show, and you're still like, I can't even believe I'm going to perform tonight. Tell me about when that energy hits you and Pat Gochez shows up. Lead singer Pat Gochez shows up, separates you from
the other guy?
Yeah, the other guy.
Ooh, good question. So sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't hit me until we start playing, until the first chord of the song. I can say, energy-wise, I get significant nervous energy leading up to every single show.
Mm-hmm.
So, do I seem fairly, relaxed right now? Well, let me tell you. No, actually, right now I'm pretty good. But it takes talking for a minute. It takes playing for a minute for me to kind of relax. Up until then, I get kind of nervous. I think Nat King Cole famously would get sickly nervous before every show. And I mean, if Nat King Cole is suffering from something like that, then that's astounding. But yeah, it does. It finds me just whenever, but I think consistently it's once I start playing. Leading up to that, Brittany, our singer in Pat in the Hats, is here tonight, and so she can attest to this. But she has kind of gotten somewhat upset at me leading up to a show, being, Pat, what are you doing? You're sitting down and yawning. I mean, we're about to get up there, But I don't know. But once I get going, once I start playing, then then the music takes over. It's a nice way of putting it. The music takes over once I get going, once I start playing. But yeah, I mean, it's been a good day. If it's 6 o'clock and I haven't left the house and I still need to shower, that's okay.
Yeah. Figure out what scarf you're going to wear every time. So I'm glad Brittany's here. You're fantastic. My second favorite to watch when you're Pat are playing. As a band leader now, can you be a good band leader without being critical to the other members of the band?
I would like to know that too. I think I'm guilty of being a bit critical. I try to be a nice guy, but
is it like, if what you got in your head is stuck in there, you can hear it, you can feel it, is stuck in there, and you just can't get it out? Is that frustrating? And does that frustration bowl over into how you're trying to explain it to the band members?
Okay, well that's good. That's a little bit more honed in. Yeah, it is frustrating when you have an idea and you can't get it out. I mean, that's plain and simple. It doesn't matter what it is that you're working on, what it is you're trying to create. It could be anything. Yeah, that is frustrating. Trying to communicate it to the guys and girl is frustrating. To put it into words, that's frustrating as well. However, with this group, since from day one, I really do encourage every band member to come up with their own part. I'll go in and I might have a beat. I might tell Bobby to pop, 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 and pop, and pop. But ultimately, he makes it his own, and I like that. I like that he's interpreting my ideas. I communicate it the best I can, and I like to think I'm okay at communicating those ideas. But I do like the other musicians to interpret my ideas and personalize them, because I think they perform those parts better when they feel like those ideas are also theirs.
Sure.
In addition to, even if it was something that I said that started it, they play them better when it's theirs. For me personally, I get frustrated at myself. I don't yell at the band, especially when we're creating. But they do a fantastic job of reading me, and I think I think the big reason for that is the band spends a heck of a lot of time together. So we play together, but we also hang out. We're good friends. All of us are good friends, and everybody who's even just done a one-off show with the band can attest to the fact that, yeah, we'll go and practice, and we'll get 3 practices in 3 days. But each practice, is followed by an extensive, hanging out session. We'll go out and it's cool to do that because they see you outside of the rehearsal space. So when you go back in the next day, they're reading what you're trying to communicate a lot, so much more clearly because they know you better. And so you don't have to strain as much to communicate your ideas, unless it was a really late night, in which case that's inevitable.
Very good.
Yeah.
Good stuff, good stuff. Any questions, anybody?
Sure.
Since the move to Somerville recently, have you picked up any musical influences from that area?
From the area? Well, we went out to see music. We've been out to see music twice. I can say, maybe not. There might not be a specific artist that's been influential, but it's a whole new playing field. Because Concord has some truly incredible music, and Manchester, New Hampshire in general, is a wealth of talent. But there's a different approach in Somerville than there is here. The same way that there's a different approach when you go out to see bands that are from Portsmouth, and then you see bands that are from Concord.
What's that approach, do you think?
Well, I lived in Boston and Cambridge for a number of years, from 2006 when I was going to school and graduating in 2010, it was all in Boston, but then 2010 to 2013 or so, and off and on. And I found that bands, at least during that time, and maybe it was the style of music that I was going to see, there was a certain amount of, it was almost a little bit more gang-like than it became when we were here in Concord. The community here in Concord was very warm and accepting, and I think it'll be that way too. It's just maybe that we're the new guys in town, so I'm taking it as that. But I suppose to be more exact, the level of professionalism is through the roof, and that's been inspiring. That's been, an influence. So that makes me want to get it together.
You have a question, sir?
I was just going to ask about rhyming when you're writing.
Mm-hmm.
How important is rhyming in your lyrics?
I'm sort of a traditional songwriter, I think, in that I put some emphasis on rhyming, and when I don't rhyme, it's generally to create a sense of uneasiness, to make it feel a little, why do I feel that way? Oh, he didn't rhyme, or he added an extra, beat.